Stephen Rowe, and we are here on the front lines. And I see Tank stepped away, obviously. Hey, Tank,
Hey,
we're live.
try it. Coming in and figure it out. Yeah, you got a lot of wind resistance, man.
Oh, well, I'll go see if I can fix the wind resistance. I got it's heavy here, so I'll be right back. But you go ahead and talk. We're live.
Okay, well, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be talking about tonight because there's so many things going on, but this is a public service announcement to let everyone know that they are trying to shut the advanced media down. Not the alternative, which I've decided to stop calling it, but the advanced media, which includes Q. You know, they actually proved now that 8chan had nothing to do with what happened with these shootings, and they shut down that channel anyways. And when they did, they actually showed there was somebody else who posted the stuff about the shooters, and they blamed it on 8chan and used it as a tool, as a weapon to take them down, and ultimately to another way to silence the voice of the people. So that is unfortunate that happened over there at 8chan. That's garbage, and Q has been a huge movement, although it is like a roughneck kind of a battlegrounds over there. You know, anything goes. So you can say whatever you want and do whatever you want. And it's like being at a truck stop in a bar fight, but at least you know you're hearing the truth, or at least the best version. People can get out. So that's happening, and then they're obviously going to be censoring all types of media, right? So anything that goes on when it comes to what we're trying to put out, they're trying to put out less and less and less of it. So we continue to fight that, and bam, front lines. Here's Dan. Can't mess with that. I love it. I love it.
Well, I said you're having so much fun with your background, so I said I better, check out how it functions. I didn't actually use it for quite a while. So, hey, I see also you were talking about the wild west of the 8chan boards, right? And I want to point out that what else is that these people that were doing the shootings, who happen to be liberal, also posted their manifesto there. Now, wouldn't that be kind of an unusual place for someone who to go and place things there? Because this is not really their territory, right? This is not where you would find these people. These people are going to be in their own liberal enclaves, right? Not in these places, because they would end up being beat up all the time, right? So they're a glutton for punishment. I guess they could go there onto 8chan, but they have posted their manifestos there. Why? It just can't hear you, Tank.
They didn't actually do that. That was a myth. It was reposted there by someone. That's the key. That's the truth. So, a lot of BS and garbage and lies out there. That they really use this one. I mean, it's very transparent, and everybody in our world is very much on top of it, right? Like everybody knows that it's garbage. So it's not flying this time. They can't cover this up. This is obviously a tactical move, right? They've weaponized weapons of mass destruction, so to speak, right? They use mass shootings, and they're weaponizing it. So you can't say that this is a conspiracy theory anymore. This is an absolute fact. I mean, they immediately ran with stories trying to blame President Trump. Cory Booker and his useless self, I cannot stand this guy. He shows up right away. He wants to ban all Trump rallies because he wants to say he is inciting violence. The hell he is. His rallies are wonderful. The only time there's ever violence at the Trump rallies is because you have these people that pretend to be Trump supporters who are paid actors or paid by the Democratic Party, the DNC, and they go in there and they start fights. And they're doing it on purpose. They're there to incite violence intentionally, right? It's no. So then they do it, and then they can blame it on the Trump rally, but it had nothing to do with the Trump rally. It has everything to do with the deep state Democratic underbelly, led by the radical guerrilla force there with like Maxine Waters and the Cortez and Ilhan Omar, they're all, Pelosi, all trying to incite everyone to go start violence in the name of President Trump. It's not hard to do. Put a MAGA hat on and throw it out there, right?
Right. Exactly.
So, that I think is a pretty big deal.
Yeah. One of the other things I talked with you, I saw the latest Serial Brain too, and they're basically we're talking about Dan Coates and him leaving the DNI, and how it was actually planned a while back, and actually it was another cube proof that goes out for 120 weeks or something like that, but one part of it I thought was interesting. He talked about Kissinger and how Kissinger basically had destroyed our State Department and created this new mindset for the people inside the State Department, and allowed it to be controlled by the deep state. And one of the things that they were pointing out is that the intelligence agencies are feeding the false information into the hands of the people, right? So they're fake news inside these things. So they're supposed to be checked out information, and he showed an interview done by Colin Powell, and they said, well, this is what Colin Powell said in the UN to basically authorize the takedown of Saddam Hussein, right? And then later on, an interview with Colin Powell, where Colin Powell said that he was fed wrong information. They were lies that were fed to him, and the checks and balances that were in the system continually were overridden to bring this false information. It kept being pushed down, right? One of the false information he was talking about was these mobile weapons of mass destruction, mobile units, right? So that they could do it on the run, right? Wherever they're driving, you can't catch them. So, but he was pointing out then that they're lying to us, right? And so that's I think something that's being done right now is the removal of this DNI and changing over the State Department to Pompeo. I think they really have gutted all of this, the main characters out. There's obviously still tentacles throughout, but they're going to be extracting them, right? So that they're not lying to us anymore. Or lying to the government, yeah. So that's why Trump wouldn't listen to his intelligence reports when they first came in, right? He went with his own intelligence.
Well, it's so hard to know, like, if you actually recognize that every major covert operation for the past 70 years that has started a war that has been nefarious in purpose was implemented by the CIA, the OSS, or some faction thereof, how do you trust the CIA? Then if you look at all the things the FBI has obviously covered up, the fact that the FBI allowed a report to go out to say that people with a differing opinion who look for the truth, that is what that report says. If you have a differing opinion and you're looking for the truth, and are categorized in the world of conspiracy theory, then therefore you are considered a terrorist, and there is an expectation of violent action, and that you need to be on a watch list. How ridiculous. First of all, what the hell are you guys doing? Isn't that what the FBI should be doing? That they should be looking for conspiracies and looking for the truth when things don't add up? And how is it that you have a whole community of people that can look at very obvious details that don't have direct access to, behind the scenes information? And with that, we can see it very plainly and take apart. You'll have people that'll take apart everything that you just did, right? You had to come out 15 minutes before the shooting took place in El Paso, and the newscaster said there was just a shooting at Walmart, right, in Florida, 15 minutes before the one in El Paso, and then she said, "Oh wait, that hasn't happened yet." I mean, isn't that? I mean, like what? What do you mean it hasn't happened yet? How do you know it's gonna? Are you a psychic? Was that on the psychic news channel?
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
let's see that. I mean, you got a clip of that? I'd love to see that.
I don't have it, but my co-host Lisa, she had it from the Speak Up show with Tank and Lisa. She pulled it out, and I was like, that. Now I knew that happened. I knew that was out. It hit Google even 15 minutes before anything hit. I mean, come on, like that's so. And then they're going to try to say we're all crazy. We are all crazy because we think there's a conspiracy going on.
Right. When here's a simple fact, right? Here's the simple facts. Again, it's Building 7 collapses, and BBC is reporting on it 20 minutes before it happens. So, Building 7 just collapses. 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
It's actually
How
in the background.
BBC have that information?
Right. And it's actually in the background of the reporter. Building 7 is still there. So
he's reporting on it crashing, right? Like, listen, there's live feed right now of it not crashing. You shouldn't tell people that.
Yeah, even if you say the reporter doesn't even know, right? She doesn't know that it hasn't crashed. Oh, your audio's gone again.
Why?
Now it's back. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm here.
Oh, I might have missed. I saw you talking, right, and I was on the wrong screen. So I might have. That might not have been the case. You might have been okay. I just saw your mouth going like this, but it was on the time delayed feed. So sorry about that.
Moving right along.
Yes, moving right along. So yeah. So I was going to say that the reporter probably doesn't even know. She's just handed a script.
Right. And then somebody in the background's going, no, that didn't happen yet. Abort. It's like, don't put that on the teleprompter. Right? It's like, come on. I don't think a lot of these people, it's like, I don't think Alexandria Cortez came into Congress with her own corrupt agenda. She was told, you can do some good and help people out and be a voice for the people. That's what she was told, right? And the voice analyst from Sherry Edwards, she actually says just that she believes what she's saying, right? She really is passionate and wants to help the people. But Ilhan Omar tested as a sociopath, right? Like cold-blooded and an assassin. Like literally, like she's the leader of the group. She is an assassin. That's what the acoustic professionals, after analyzing her voice, that's what they concluded. Scary stuff, It's like, so you can manipulate people so quickly, like Cortez. It's like, probably, that's why as soon as she hit the office, I saw it, and I was trying to get a hold of her. I kept reaching out to her to try to be like, listen, you're involved in a massive corruption. But I'm like, how are you possibly going to believe me, right? Like, she's just going to be like, oh, conspiracy theory, of course. But, again, it's not a theory. It's just what it is.
Oh, I was, they're coming up with all this specific targeted groups that they want to go after, right? And they all ends up being white supremacists. So whether, so the Fab Four coming together, or the squad, they're targeting specific groups. So it's hard for you to say go out against any of them, right? Because then you're a racist or an Islamist or a homophobe or whatever. Actually, which one of them is gay? I don't.
Yeah, homophobe is. One of them is gay. I didn't know that.
I'm just guessing right now. There's one of the things that they still say. These are so that they have this group that's together, but they were planned to be put in place no matter whether it wasn't that Hillary lost and they said we got to get these four out there, right? There was. Hillary was. It didn't matter. These four were coming forward because they served a purpose. And actually, Glenn Beck had, when he was on Fox way back, a decade ago, said that they're going to have the fascists, the Islamics, and the socialists all come together, right, for the express purpose of destroying America. That's what he said on Fox, right? And after that, that's when he left.
Is that he left? Was he dismissed? Or did he leave?
It was made obvious that he's going to have to leave, right? So he ended up leaving, but he had to leave, right? They weren't going to like the kind of shows he wanted to do, like that one where he did an expose of several, he lays it out, right? And but when he said that, that was, I think, the end. This is also the time when the representative from Soros came to Glenn Beck and said to him that it's too late. We've already won. The ship has sailed.
Wow.
Right? And then you got to stop what you're doing.
That's what Soros said?
Yeah.
You better, oh my gosh. I hope he is right now enjoying a big fat bowl of bitch soup because he lost. After all that trash talk, all of their arrogance is what brought them down. You all suck. You know what? Kim got this letter yesterday from somebody, who actually I believe is actually part of my group, right? Because they clearly were advocating, for good things, right? And I think they seemed to support the Speak Project and what we were doing, but it was like they had Kim totally miscategorized, right? They're like, as the Dark Empress of this, like all these things, and it was like 30 pages long.
Well,
of the most detailed background of like the underbelly of galactics and everything else.
No. It was a misinterpretation. They sent it to the wrong Kim. That was meant for the fake Kim, the imposter Kim.
Oh, right. Because as we know, the kingdom of Manna, I guess it's KOM, K-O-M, right? So whatever it is that they're doing. It just continues around the world. They just continue to keep trying to do stuff. And everyone will believe them because, His Majesty, the fake king of nowhere, because, he has no authority for the king of Manna, he's actually, he's now the one, allegedly, who is the muscle and the brains behind the global currency reset. He's the one running the show now, right? So if he's running the show and he's backed by the kingdom of Manna, which only exists because of the Manna World Holding Trust, which only exists because Kim named it the Manna World Holding Trust, he is actually acknowledging the power and authority of the Manna World Holding Trust over the world global financial system. Indirectly. So once again, I want to thank the Kingdom of Manna for just being so exceptionally consistent in your efforts to, instead of just do what will actually help the people, I appreciate you constantly acting while we are just being. But I appreciate you acting like you're the authority on these things and acting like you're trying to help, because your evil deeds make it so easy to stand out. So thank you. Thank you for that, Kingdom of Manna.
Yeah. What if we can't get to the real Kim, we have to make our own. In the dark labs, assembled a Frankenstein monster. Yeah, it's just so much fakery that they put out. There was this other time where I was dealing with a group. I think I just said that a couple weeks ago where we talked about. I said I was dealing with this group that said that they were, already, they had their own terminal. They were processing. They had all the humanitarian funds, and I was supposed to meet them here in Manila because they were flying in, and they were going to put me on with the in a Skype call with the trustee. And I said, okay, good. So I got on the Skype call, but in his bio it says trustee of the 5-Star Trust, and I was able to actually confirm that as well. But it was just, well, I know the 5-Star is not really a very good trust to be part of, right? And so that would be like George Bush's creation or part of it, and he had this fake. Shen Yuzhen, which is the daughter of Chiang Kai-shek, that was coming to the Philippines. Showed me some pictures, and they presented some pictures to me, and it's basically just from here down, right? Not her face, right? And it showed her hands are ancient-looking hands with giant rings on them. They were It's like, how
Which
can
is
she?
odd because it seems like your arthritic knuckles would not want rings. You know, you're older, but whatever.
Yeah. But anyway, it was very. It was the whole thing was. I said, I know she can't leave. They would never let her leave China, right? Because it's a standoff, right? She can't even go to Taiwan, right? So anyway, they just try all these stunts to get people to fall in line to follow their fake path that they're laying down, right? Because they don't know what else to do, right? They got to present how they're going to roll out the GCR. They've got some scripts. They said, let's try this way, GCR this way, GCR that way, and it's all garbage.
It's all garbage, exactly. It's all a version of like the mainstream, somewhere. Like it's either the mainstream of financial world or whatever they're emphasizing, right? And they're all just different, mainstream monsters somewhere that are promoting the same garbage over and over again. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Oh look, here it is. I forgot how. Mainstream monster, baby. Bam.
It's got a leash on it, and who's behind it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's this little bug guy over here, I guess. Wait, this way?
Yeah, that way. Yeah.
There they are. So, dark hooded guys. Maybe that's the tables, right? The hooded ones.
It could be.
Whatever.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. The one guy from Star Wars, from the underwater city. He plays in a couple.
Oh yeah, Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks. That's what it looks like.
That's right, guys. I'm a total Star Wars sci-fi dork. I pretty much have all those. Love all that stuff. So, yeah. So, anyways, that's the name of that. I mean, that's the ongoing saga that's taking place everywhere, right? Is they continue to fight in that way, and they say that we lost, we say that they lost. You say potato, they say potato. I mean, it's silly to me. At this point, there is no, the whole idea of what's taking place. There's no doubt about who's in control. We've had it confirmed from the Bank of London. We've had it confirmed by Fiji. We've had it confirmed by the Treasury. We've had it confirmed. I mean, these are just things that we, on this call, just Dan and I, have directly confirmed. I've had it confirmed with the CIA, with very high levels of the military. I just had it confirmed with Homeland Security. We had it confirmed with what was one I just had it confirmed. Well, like I said, the fact that they're even entertaining the Kingdom of Manna. Everybody who's entertaining the Kingdom of Manna, you are all acknowledging that Kim is the trustee of the world assets.
Right. You're just working with the imposters.
Right. You're working with imposters who don't have the ability to access or open the system. They don't have the codes or the allocation numbers. So you can continue down that route, which leads to global genocide, or just reach out.
Or how about this? That challenge you put out there before. Kim will go to the terminal, they'll go to the terminal, and we'll see whose codes work. So the people that are working with them right now say, okay, well, if the challenge is there, you ready to go to the terminal with Kim, and you could bring your Kim. And both Kims can battle it out at the terminals.
Absolutely. Well, I would love that. I would love to be able to broadcast that live, right?
Yeah.
Battle for the planet. Kimberly Ann Gogan claims that she is the true human entitled to all the assets on the planet.
And here,
everyone else.
And then on this side, we have Kimberly Ann Gogoin.
like the order, right? It's like Kim versus the order. It's like amazing. It's like it would be an amazing reality of what is actually happening. So, I'm for it. I'm for it. Make it happen. Put up or shut up. I actually, Dan, I have to get on the phone right now with a group out of Hong Kong, or sorry, Shanghai, because they had received Kim's final olive branch, right? And with that in mind, we have to move on that.
That's okay. Just bring him on the show.
I would love to. Actually, it was an amazing coincidence. My friend, he was telling me he was meeting with the new head of the the Dragon family today. So we'll see. I mean, if it's a good guy or a bad guy, from what he claims, he's a good guy. So guess we'll see. Yeah.
Send me a name.
Yeah, I will. As soon as I have it. I don't have it yet. But it should be exciting.
I don't know what you. I don't know if you know this, but you have some kind of red alert going on with your microphone. It keeps flashing something red. I think it's your microphone because it's from behind your microphone. This red flashes on your chest like this. There it is.
It might be something too close.
That's what it is. Okay. Anyway, I don't.
It's the safe zone here, right?
Okay. So it tells you when you're too close, then it goes red.
I guess I didn't even notice until you said it. So.
All right. What you can figure it out now? See what it is. I mean, is it battery operated?
No, I mean I've got it just plugs in directly to the computer.
Okay. All right. Just troubleshooting 101.
Got it.
All right. Well, you got to get going. So, all right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with Frontlines with Dan and Tank. Yeah,
we're trying to pick a fight and get the Dragons versus Kim. She'll take down anybody the next month. That's the next goal. Let's see how this goes down. All right, cool, gang. Appreciate you. Later, everybody.
Be sure to subscribe, give likes, positive comments.
Yes, do all those things.
All right, we're off.